Thank you. Good afternoon, people. Are you awake still? You will only some 20 minutes and you will get your coffee and afternoon tea. I'm very pleased to have an opportunity to present you the Finnish model, how to unite responsible gaming and funding NGOs. I find that NGO Day is an excellent idea and initiative to make NGO activities more visible and honored. Gambling and health and social welfare are maybe not natural partners. Still, I'm sure that the Finnish model is valuable and it is worth of presenting in this context. Let's see how this works. Yes. In the Finnish model of gambling, we have divided market. The government has granted exclusive right for gaming operations to 3 Finnish gaming organizations. REI, Finnish Slot Machine Association, that's my company, operates slot machines and casino games. REI supports voluntary health and welfare organizations and rehabilitation of war veterans. It is public cooperation, kind of a joint venture between the state and NGO organizations. REI comprises 93 member organizations, NGOs, which operate in the health and social welfare sector. These organizations are represented in a general meeting which serves as a supreme decision-making body of the association. The executive committee is formed by 7 representatives elected by the Finnish government and 7 members appointed by the general meeting. So this is the meaning of joint venture between the state and NGOs. Veikkaus operates lotteries and betting, both offline and online bingo. Veikkaus supports sports, youth education, science and art. And Fintoto, the third company, operates horse betting, both online and offline, and promotes horse breeding and racing. The exclusive rights are granted to these operators in order to guarantee the legal protection of players, prevent abuse and criminal activity, and reduce social and health problems created by gaming. All the gaming operations are supervised by the Ministry of Interior. The Finns do gamble a lot. Only in Australia and Singapore people gamble even more than in Finland. There is a long history of gaming and gambling in our country. REI was established in 1938 by 8 voluntary organizations, and the original idea was just to raise funds for these NGOs. The other idea was to prevent crime and public disorder. REI operates with more than 20,000 slot machines, more than 250 casino tables in restaurants and arcades, and 1 casino in Helsinki. We started to operate online games, poker, table games, slot machines, a couple of years ago online, and this is our fastest growing form of gaming, like everywhere. In 2015, we are going to open a new casino near the Russian border in Vaalimaa. Nearly 40% of adult Finns play race games. This is more than anywhere else in Europe. In spite of the fact that Finns play more than other nations, the gambling problems are in Finland, they have remained about the same level or even decreased for a number of years, and the level is not higher than in most of the other countries. Race gaming operations are based on offering entertaining and exciting games in a responsible manner. This is the demand of the Lottery Act, and Finnish model has also European Commission's full acceptation. The key figures of RAI, gaming revenue, it means the loss of players was 791 million euros last year. Lottery duty or tax to state budget was 94 million euros. For the benefit of war veterans, 113 million euros, and for the NGOs, 308 million euros. You understand that Finland has only 5.3 million inhabitants. These numbers are very high. The cost efficiency is over 60%. RAI offers job for more than 1,600 employees, and personal costs are about 65 million euros. RAI is the most prominent supporter of civic action in Finland. Entire gaming proceeds are used to support Finnish health and social welfare organizations, as well as for the benefit of war veterans. This year, almost 800 organizations received this 308 million euros for 1,676 causes, projects, or activities. Funding is annually distributed and based on applications. All applicants are treated fairly and equally. RAI-funded, in these RAI-funded organizations work more than 30,000 employees, and these organizations involve 380,000 volunteers. In these organizations have more than 2 million members. This big picture shows how the process goes from the players to the beneficiaries. We receive organizations' applications to RAI. Our funding department prepares a funding proposal for the Executive Committee of RAI, and the Ministry of Health and Social Affairs makes the final decision about the distribution of funding. And RAI pays for the funding and it supervises the implementation and monitors and evaluates the funded operations. NGOs help people in their daily lives at the grassroots level. Organizations supported by RAI help homeless and those suffering from substance abuse problems, work on child protection and elderly, help people with developmental or sensory disabilities or impairments, as well as prevent specific diseases. The biggest organizations are, for example, Finnish Society for Social Health, Finnish Federation of the Visually Impaired, Y-Foundation, it's a foundation for homes for homeless and other special social groups. Federation of Mother and Child Homes and Shelters, Finnish Association for Mental Health, Finnish Association of the Deaf, and so on. There are also special funding programs. Eloisa Ikä program promotes comfortable living for elderly. Emma ja Elias program supports children and families. A new funding avenue for this year is Paikka Auki program, which aims to support young people who have difficulties finding employment and those who find themselves outside the labour market. Other examples of our funding activities are, for example, support network for students, support for foster families, rescue volunteers at sea, affordable housing for youth, numerous helplines and internet services, mentoring for immigrant women and for people with sleeping disorders. This year, funding will also be directed towards mental health work and activities for elderly, among others. Compared to previous years, a larger portion of the funding will be directed to support work with children and families with children, as well as immigrants and home care providers. Thank you now for your attention. I'm very excited because I should now show a film, and I'm not sure if this goes right. It's only 2 minutes film which describes one activity with young people.
Mä tiedän miltä tuntuu, kun jää 5-vuotiaana yksin kotiin päiviksi. Mä tiedän miltä tuntuu asua lastenkodissa ja kasvaa sijaisperheessä. Mä tiedän miltä tuntuu, kun kukaan ei kuulu. Mä tiedän, oon käynyt sen kaiken läpi. Mutta mä tiedän, miten voi selviytyä. Mä oon Aku, mä toimin lasten ja nuorten parissa ja haluan auttaa.